Last night, the House Select Committee voted not to recommend the impeachment of South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg.
The vote was along party lines, with Republicans voting not to impeach and 2 Democrats recommending impeachment.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Tom Hansen looks at how we got to this point.
It all started on the night of September 12, 2020. Joe Beaver of Highmore was walking along the shoulder of South Dakota Highway 14 with a flashlight. At the same time, South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg was driving home to Pierre, and his car drifted onto the shoulder of the road.
Hello.
911, this is Allie. How can I help you?
Allie, Allie, I'm the Attorney General, and I don't know, I hit something.
You hit something.
It wasn't until the next day that Ravnsborg says he discovered Joe Beaver's body alongside the road. Since Ravnsborg is South Dakota's top law enforcement officer, investigators from North Dakota interviewed him 2 days after the crash.
I'm thinking it's a deer at this point, but I did not see anything. You know, I didn't have a time to swerve or accelerate or decelerate or anything. I didn't see anything. I did not know it was a man until the next day. No.
I think you had an idea it was something other than a deer, though.
I just believed it was a deer. I do.
16 days later, the agents interviewed Ravnsborg again and told him about the glasses they'd found in his car.
They're Joe's glasses.
I wondered about that.
So that means his face came through your windshield. His glasses are right there, Jason. Those are Joe's. So the only way for them to get there is through the windshield.
In February of 2021, 5 months after the crash, the Hyde County State's Attorney's Office charged Ravnsborg with 3 misdemeanors, including careless driving. Beaver's family was upset Ravnsborg did not face more serious charges.
How can you not see someone walking down the road? And for no sirens to go off around here is highly unusual, because anytime there's an accident or anything.
Ravnsborg was not required to appear in court, so in August of 2021, his attorney entered no contest pleas to 2 misdemeanor charges, and the 3rd charge was dismissed. By entering no contest plea, Ravnsborg did not admit guilt. Once the case wrapped up in court, the investigation moved to the legislature. In January of this year, the House Select Committee on Investigation held 3 days of hearings and heard testimony from a number of witnesses, including investigators and crash reconstruction experts, who questioned whether Ravnsborg was being honest.
The most important thing really that stands out to me is that he had seen a light illuminating in the grass right off the roadway when he was out there, but that he just thought it was part of Jason Ravnsborg's vehicle that was still illuminating.
The committee asked Ravnsborg to testify. He declined. In the wake of the testimony, the politics of the situation became apparent. First, a telemarketing campaign pressuring lawmakers to impeach Ravnsborg. Then came billboards singling out some members of the impeachment committee. KELOLAND News traced the billboards to a Virginia-based company that supports the agenda of Governor Kristi Noem. She denied any knowledge or involvement. In the final report, the committee is critical of the governor's involvement, including the release of video of Ravnsborg's interrogation, which baffled prosecutors.
Especially while the case is pending. And that's clear. I mean, it's an ethical violation for me as a prosecutor.
The committee also resented the governor's repeated calls for Ravnsborg's resignation and impeachment. They say it had no impact on their decision, but in the final report, the committee condemns the governor. And now, as the impeachment decision moves to the full House, the committee cautions her from improperly influencing the House of Representatives.
The governor didn't make it any easier for any of us. It was very frustrating to have that going on in the background. It didn't help any of us.
Impeachment process is not the governor's job. Her opinion in the matter really didn't outweigh it all.
The full House will take up the impeachment on April 12th. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Tom Hansen.
If you'd like to take a closer look at the Select Committee's final report, we've posted it for you on KELOLAND.com.